Hey, what is going on, everybody? We are loaded up, as you can tell, heading north from Indiana to Michigan for the final leg of our Turkey Tour 2024. We got about 2 hours and 20 minutes left. Middle of the day here on Friday, May 3rd. Seen a half dozen or so turkeys here already on the drive. Couple toms out in the fields on along the highway as we head north. We will not be legal to hunt tonight. We're going to pick up our license tonight. Our tag, the one we're purchasing, will be legal there tomorrow morning. So we're looking forward to our Saturday morning hunt here in Michigan. We are in Michigan now. We're going to try to do some trout fishing here this afternoon. Catch my first trout. I don't think I've ever stream fished before. And I think this will be my first time stream fishing in Michigan. So we're going to try to catch a trout this afternoon, and then we're going to try to roost a bird here this evening, come up with a game plan for the morning, and hopefully we'll get on them.
Did you get water over your waders?
Alright, good morning, everybody. We are in the blind. The struggle is real this morning. We're hunting a friend's blind, and he said there were 2 chairs in the blind. There are not 2 chairs in the blind. Got my buddy Christian with me. We're in Michigan. It's a little foggy this morning. We haven't heard any turkeys yet, but we're hoping to have some gobblers on the ground soon and get to hunt. A couple hens came out to the field, ate around, and they hung out for the better part of the morning. And they were feeding for about another 20 minutes before we gave some more calls and things like that. One thing I wish I had was like a fluid head. This thing does not like to move smoothly. Have beards on them, I would definitely shoot a bearded head. A bearded head. Yeah, I want a bearded head so bad. Only one of them though. Alright, let's see how bad I suck at going. So a little while later, after those hens worked off about 250 yards from us in the corner of this field, a few jakes come out, another couple of hens, and then eventually a really nice tom walks out. And they mosey off towards the truck, actually. Not a care in the world about our decoys, not a care in the world about our calling. And then one thing I failed to get on video because it was on the opposite side of the blind is 2 toms ended up coming out about 150 yards from us, where I really couldn't get good quality video, so I chose not to include it. And again, they did not really care much about our decoy setup or our calling. They looked at us, they raised their heads, but they did not seem interested at all. They actually ended up working their way to where that lone feeding hen was, and they didn't care about her either. They just went right back into the woods and went about their day. That concluded the first morning of our opening Michigan turkey season. And so I actually had to drop Christian off. He had a personal obligation he had to get to. I drop him off, regroup, and I head out. So my plan was to go sit a blind that was already set up in an area that historically has turkeys out strutting and feeding and doing turkey things almost all day. Now, I didn't want to blow this place up, so I was only going to go into this field if there weren't turkeys there. And there were not turkeys there, so I piled out of the truck, got my gear together, and I hit the ditch. And I was going to sneak up this ditch bank about 700 yards back to the woods and then sneak into this blind. So it's 10 o'clock here, middle of the day, making a move, change of scenery, sneaking in down this ditch. Been walking this ditch bottom from the road to the back of this woods that I'm heading towards. And we got a pop-up blind already set up. I'm gonna sneak into that, put a strutter out front, let it cool down a little bit and see what we can see if we can get one to strike up here. So I'll get her set up in the blind and see if we can get one to strike. He's pretty close. Just hopefully he eventually gets pissed off enough. He heard me clucking. He knows there's something going on out here. Hopefully we can get him worked up enough. He sees this strutter and he comes and kicks his ass. We can only hope. Missed part of the show today. Like I said earlier, I walked up this ditch bank, but when I got back to the wood line, the turkeys were in a different part of the field. So I set up by a tree, and they worked off. They didn't care about my calls. Man, he's hammered. They didn't care about my calls. So how turkey hunt goes is in I was like 100 yards from this blind, but I couldn't see it where I was set up because I was looking back the other direction. But how turkey hunt goes is I was like, well, it's time to go sit in the blind for the middle of the day. And there was a tom about 30 yards from the blind. Not this one. At least I don't think it was this one. So eventually I got worked into the blind, got snuck in here, got my decoy set up. And there was a tom a couple 250 yards away. And he worked off, but while that one was working off, I could hear this one gobbling occasionally. And now I got this one fired up, so hopefully he comes in. Sounds like he's working off a little bit. This is why sometimes it's good to be mobile, but man, it's just really hard to self-film and run and gun. ourselves in my backpack. We're gonna do him a couple little clucks and see if we can get him to come to this field. Because I have no patience. Probably wasn't my best work. That's why I kill a lot of 2-year-old birds. Oh yeah. Slip to my right side. Probably walking by my backpack right about now. Mosquitoes, man. Jesus. Oh yeah, he's off to my right now. I'm gonna turn my chair a little bit so I have a better shooting angle. Save the battery on that camera for a second. He's like 80 yards into the woods. I almost set up in the woods. There's a 4-wheeler trail on that trail, but I don't have my face mask. I was planning to come sit in this blind. I was already out here, so wasn't really prepared to run and gun. So, hindsight's 2020. I freaking hate these birds, man. I love them, but I hate them. It's too much to carry out here. Shotgun, bow, camera, backpack. Through a ditch. I could have done it. I was just being lazy. Michigan gobbler down. Why did I not have my bow? Oh my gosh. 10 yards. I guess we're not reaping one this year. Maybe next year, not reaping, but decapitating one. Oh, that's a good time. Oh, we trucked him. He is Dunzo. Oh man, that is a really, really, really good time. Well, we are going to catch. We're gonna let this one security off, or maybe come give us a show and get some film. And then we're gonna go get our bird. We're gonna get a tag on him. And I guess we're gonna go drink some beer and play some euchre. So we'll see you here in a sec. All right. Here is the scene of the crime. He took my beard off, which I had hot glued. There's super glued in there because it came out. He knocked both wings off, but here he is. All right, everybody. We got us a Michigan Tom down, middle of the day. He was just hammering away. Party, but on the way sneaking into this blind, I heard a tom gobbling way back into the timber, into the woods, and he must have been working his way to this field. Like I said, you know, almost all the time you drive by this field, there's turkeys out in it strutting no matter what time of day it is. So it worked out, you know, the plan worked out, and we got us a Michigan turkey. This is my first Michigan bird ever. Really appreciate my buddy for letting me come up and hunt his properties and able to wrap my hands around this turkey. Thanks for coming along on the ride, and we hope you enjoyed it. Thanks all. Bye. Ounce for this time.